Welcome to Kerbal Space Program version 1.0, the demo. I've been challenged by somebody to take a spacecraft and go to Minmus, which is right here. Fix my mic so it sits right on my head. So there's Minmus. It's a 46,000 kilometer orbit, or 46.4 million meter orbit, so we just shave off some zeros. So it's a lot farther than the moon, but it actually doesn't take all that much extra fuel to get there and back. It takes actually less to get back because of how far away it is. Let's focus current. Okay, let's go back. So let's go ahead and start us up a rocket. I think what we'll end up doing is, oh yeah, that's derptastic. I can't actually edit a spacecraft into space to the VAB. I have to go like this and hit edit. And then it'll bring it up in the VAB for me to edit the thing. Here we go. So this is what I want to use to get us to Minmus. I have some science gear on here. Not a whole lot of it. There's actually not a whole lot to choose from. I could take some goo canisters if I want. But yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go launch. Make sure I don't have like 4 Kerbals stuck in my capsules, because I only really need to take 1. Now this being 1.0, there's a couple things that we have that we're not used to, that we're used to now that we simply don't have anymore. But I'll talk about those as we go, because I'm playing the 1.1 pre-release a bunch and I'm really liking it. So if you're on 1.0 demo and you haven't bought the game, you're really missing out. Anyway, 3, 2, 1, go. And we're going to heal over a little bit to the east towards 90. And then we're going to tell Jeb maintain prograde. So he'll kind of he'll steer the rocket as it ascends. And hopefully I won't derp up this ascent too badly and make a mess out of everything. So we're going to run out of these stages here in a sec. And there we go. This is simple asparagus staging. I have a second row here, a third row here, and my center stack here, which is what's going to get us to Minmus. And then these right here are drop tanks for the lander itself. Okay, this is looking okay. This isn't looking too shabby. Inclination's a little bit off, but that's alright. Gotta see where Minmus is at here, so click on the line, set its target, and I'll see that I'm inclined ever so increasing away. So I'll have to fix the inclination once I get into orbit, once I get rid of those stupid stages. And we're just gonna ascend here. So a nice shallow arc. This is efficient. So yeah, 10-degree inclination, because I'm actually slightly off. If you look at the moon's orbit, there's this gray line. I'm below that. Not a huge deal. Okay, now we're transitioning to orbit mode. So I have 3 capsules here on each of these drop tanks for 2 reasons. One, aerodynamics while in atmosphere, and they have flywheels. Their engines are running. How's that look? Yeah, we can go ahead and kill that. Alright, now that we're pretty much out of the bulk of the atmosphere, I don't feel so bad toggling my panels. These will not retract. And once they're out, that's it. They're fixed. They are never going back inside again. I can toggle my landing gear just for giggles. This will have absolutely no problems at all trying to get to Minmus. Like none. It'll be spectacularly awesome for Minmus. And if we want to, we can decide to add a maneuver to see how much delta V we need to make orbit. like about that much. 782 meters per second. That's not too bad. But I really don't need a maneuver to do that. I'll just start around here and burn for all I'm worth and get this thing in orbit. But we can even speed that up some because now we're in space. And I can tell based on how far away the time is from me, the time to apoapsis, if I'm getting closer or further away from it. And I'm about to run out of these stages. Yep, bye, there you go. I can probably go full throttle now, and I'm just barely keeping up. So what do you say we venture out a little bit? Little radial out component to that to keep the time sneaking away from us too much. This is the same rocket I used to get to the moon and back. This was part of a challenge that What the Math YouTube channel put out to his students in class if they could take KSP, the demo version, and get to the moon and back successfully. And he had trouble doing it. He managed to get to the moon, but he had trouble getting back. He didn't have enough fuel. Well, let's see if I can embarrass myself trying to get to Minmus. Minmus is actually easier than Moon, actually. Once you get the inclination down, it's fairly simple. And we'll wait for that to sling out. When I want to switch places violently, that's when I have a circular orbit. Okay, so now I'm in a stable orbit. I am not at the right place to do a burn. I'd have to... Well, if I decided to burn right now, what would that do for me? What would that do for me? Yeah, see, look how far out. You think you're far enough out, and you're not, actually. And see, I also need to burn this way. And then it looks all derptastic and stupid, and you're like, it doesn't make any sense. So, you know what, we're going to scrap that. There's right ways to do this, and there's wrong ways. So what I'll do is I'll add a maneuver here to adjust my inclination the other way to match Minmus. And that matches Minmus. Now, I can go ahead and plan that maneuver, or I can say, well, I wanted to burn that way, right? I wanted to burn normal as opposed to anti-normal. And you notice it's like 400 meters per second to do the burn. So I just want to hold normal when I get to around here and burn for all I'm worth and watch this number basically shrink down to nothing. So I'm pointing up, right? Yes. Okay. So I could also do it here, which actually might be slightly less expensive to do. In which case, I need to burn anti-normal over here. I'm going to burn anti-normal. I'm adjusting it the other way, so we go like that. And it looks like it's about the same cost, so it really doesn't matter. Get ourselves over to there. Within a couple seconds of the node. And then burn, and you'll see the numbers start to shrink. Now you notice my velocity is not changing much at all because I'm basically burning parallel to my velocity vector. So when this gets around less than 1, the smaller the better, then that means I'll be set up to do a kick-out burn to get to Minmus. And I'm barely going to have enough fuel, so let's wait a little bit. Do a little bit more. I'm out of fuel already? Yep. That's so cool. Burn, burn, burn. Okay, now it's changing. Okay. Now since I've passed it, it's gonna so when it gets like it starts slewing around like your periapsis, apoapsis vectors, yeah, 0.1 degrees. That's pretty good. We'll just maintain stability hold. All right, so now I got a plan My kick-out burn. Now I've used some of the fuel in my drop tanks. Okay. That's okay. Going around here. Around my apoapsis, I'm guessing. We'll do a burn now. Now we're lined up with Minmus. I've matched inclinations, so now I get a nice encounter going. So I want to play with this encounter until I get something that works. So the more crazy my orbit looks, the better it is. Like that's a dead-on stinking collision, and I like that. 909 meters per second. In reference, if you want to go to the moon, it's like 840, 850 meters per second. So for an extra 60 or 50 meters per second, never mind the 400 I spent to make the orbit inclined, you can get to Minmus. So it costs you a little bit more to match orbits, but if you time your burns right, you won't even have to worry about matching inclinations, because your burn will happen to line up with the ascending nodes when it's on the orbit down here, but you have to worry about timing it. Moon is on the equator, KSC is on the equator, Moon is really easy to get. Minmus is harder to hit. Anyway, let's go ahead and stop talking and get us to the maneuver. It says I need to do a 34-second burn. Well, 34 seconds prior to the node, I'll do it because it's 1 minute and 8 seconds, so that's 2 times 34 seconds. So any minute now, snap ourselves to our maneuver, and then we will burn. And now we'll just do stability hold. I might not even need these lander legs. So if I run out of fuel with these things, I might just say forget it and just ditch them. Because these are really designed for the moon, they're not really designed for Minmus. Minmus, I can balance this thing on the engine bell if I land in the flats. But we'll have more of the flats later. So yeah, the more screwed up your orbit is, the better your encounter is going to be. And this looks like it's a dead-on stinking collision because I don't have a Minmus periapsis indicator. It's, I'm going to smash into the Minmus for all I'm worth. Which is pretty cool when you think about it. Bullseye. But we'll probably tweak the maneuver as we get there so we don't get... yeah, I see the maneuver greatly changing radically as we go. Okay, so now we'll sneak into this just a little bit. And we'll sneak in just a little bit more by channeling this way back. And we'll do a little bit of throttle. You know what, we'll even kill that because I don't need it. Okay, so we can see, if I focus on Minmus, I can see the effects of my orbit as I do this burn. Okay, so we're gonna come and over the horizon a little bit. I like that. That's pretty stupendous. We'll keep it just like that. That's because I was in map view. I'm focused on Minmus and it shows my conic, my patch conic. And it shows my orbit after that. And you see it's dancing around. Oh, geez. Yeah, that's interesting enough. It's affected. Oh, so I hit backspace and it takes me back to my spacecraft. So yeah, I guess we're just going to have to find out when we get there how screwed up that intercept's going to be. That's plenty of fuel. Minmus is really, really easy once you get out there. So yeah, I ended up getting that impact trajectory anyway. I didn't even have to try for it. I had 9,000 meters off the deck. It says, nope, you're going to impact. Like, okay. It's going to slingshot me off into some crazy down that away. So am I going to be... Oh, yeah, that's crazy. All right, so now what can we do? Hello? There we go. All right, so do I have solar power? Yes, I do have lots of solar power. All right, so I want to burn radial anti-normal. And I'll show you why. I want to get more or less on the equator. So I'm going to adjust my inclination with respect to Minmus, so I get more or less an equatorial counter. That looks good. And then I'll burn radial out just a smidge. Doesn't need to be much. Let's go for, like, say, just kind of guesstimate, like, say, 8,000 meters. Okay, that'll work. Turn that off. Now, hopefully that's not marching itself downwards. Actually, we'll stay in map view for that. And now we're coming along we're on a prograde orbit because you see Minmus slowly spinning in the orbit direction we're going. And it looks like a gigantic scoop of mint ice cream. That's kind of like the running gag in the community is Minmus's giant bowl of minty ice cream. Oh, retrograde. Yeah, these features here are awesome when they came out. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Alright, so now that I'm up here, I still have fuel left in here. I'll probably still have fuel on these when I land. I'll turn that way up, because why not? Yeah, Minmus is so low on gravity, it takes very little effort to do anything. So let's just burn. And we'll make this a circularized orbit, and we can pick a landing site. Yeah, you want to see how much fuel I used on that? Show you. See? I still got fuel. I might be able to land off of that. Okay, so my apoapsis is 8,000 meters. And yeah, why not? Let's come down low over this flat area here. And we'll land on right in this little, I guess, if it was a body of water, it'd be what? That would be a peninsula, and this would be another peninsula. This would be a bay. Yeah, let's land in the bay. Bay of Jebediah. Let's go back to map view so I can just hurry up and get there. Now, Minmus has some pretty radical elevation changes. I mean, just look at the thing. Would you just look at it, and you see that it's incredibly high relief for its size. It's, I think, what, 100... couple, like, not even 100 kilometers in diameter. It's very small. They're saying it's like a captured comet, but it's really huge for a comet, so I don't know what in the world this thing is. So, hey, retrograde. Retrograde time. And we'll just burn now, and bam, there we go. We're in the inlet now. Now look at my orbital velocity, and that's after a burn, 132 meters per second. Practically nothing. I want to be surface mode. See, we're 122 meters per second relative to the surface. So yeah, orbital velocity is only 10 meters per second difference. So yeah, doing a gravity turn on Minmus is really just simply not worth the effort because of how little it gets you, unless you're that strapped for fuel. Anyway, let's get closer to the surface. And when it kicks me out of time warp, that's when we'll, yeah, see, now we're out of time warp now. It's like, yep, we're getting close. See? Very small. I mean, we're looking at it right here. And it doesn't look that much bigger as opposed to here. Now, it looks like, according to map view, I've rotated Minmus a little bit, and I'm going to land right on the edge there, which is cool if I was doing science mode. If I can't land faster than that, fine, I'll just turn that up. Oh, we're going to overshoot. Okay, map marker, you lied. Okay, now I want to dial this way back because I don't need that much engine power, so burn. A little more. Sure, why not? Got fuel to burn. Yeah, do it all. Now I can basically have that pretty much nerfed way down. And I'm out of fuel on those stages, so I can ditch those if I want, but well, go ahead and keep them because I've just barely touched these 3 tanks. If I had lights, I could turn lights on, but I don't need them. Now, the benefit of landing on the flat is it's literally sea level. So when it says your altitude is 94 meters above the deck, you really are 94 meters above the deck. That's off the capsule height, I guess. It's not... I don't think that's off the floor. Actually, I'm not sure. You know what? Let's find out. Do science to it. Or I could bounce off of this now, but it'd be really risky if I did so. So let's just... Yeah, see, there's very little rest and bonk. We're down. Okay, so that's 7 meters of height. Here we go. We're landed. This is Minmus. In fact, if I wanted to, I could just ditch. You want more Cheetos? Yes, the little girl wants more Cheetos. In a bit, I'll get you some more Cheetos. I gotta get Mr. Jebediah home. But first, we must plant a flag. So, oh hey, I got RCS propellant. I didn't even realize I could use RCS to get home. I'll see if RCS is enough to get us back. We'll plant a flag, and then I'll have them do a surface sample, and maybe it'll be the mint ice cream thing. Yay, periapsis, it's the right way, hooray. That's important. Minmus, so surface sample. Nope, is definitely not. It definitely is not. I cannot read today. Not made of delicious dessert products. We'll keep that. Take an EV report. You feel like a superhero when you jump in low gravity. Yeah, no kidding. Crazy height. That's why Minmus is so much fun. It is a great place to spam science. Now that they have different biomes on it and stuff, because I remember when you didn't have biomes on it, it was just single biome and it kind of sucked. Actually, did that have a thing? I might be getting my versions all mixed up. Anyway, boom. See? I'm balanced on engine bell, and I have little ghost parts for my decouplers here. So now if in case I get some Kerbal stranded on Minmus and they land by the flag, they can get shelter in these tanks, which will bounce around for a while. In fact, I could actually throw somebody in those and they can toggle the legs. Yeah, you know what? I'll stand them up. I'll make lander hinge out of it. Lander hinge time. Okay. Get in here. Not a problem. I'll just knock it over. I can use capsule torque now to get this thing righted. Yep, just like that. Grab, and then board. And then I can use capsule torque to right this thing. Isn't that cool? That's just awesome. Now I can EVA out. And then I can do it again, because why not? Board in is a problem. I went to get in you. I'm literally shoving a few tons of spacecraft around like it's nothing. And then we get in. And then we can go like this. Who needs rovers? I have a capsule. And then I can get out. And I can do it again. And I got these nice markers just sitting here on Minmus because... Or why not? Oh, this one, I don't have to do anything with it. Yay. Oops. Not what I wanted to do. The problem with having low gravity like this is it's really kind of finicky. You mean to do something else and you're like, whoops, I just jumped over the entire lander by mistake. Okay, so... Board before I get crushed in the hatch. Oops, wrong way. I want to go this way. Yes, I do. I do not want to smash the solar panel, though, please. Thank you. So we'll go like that. We'll go boink. And then we'll just kind of scoot it that way. And I'm using very little electric charge to do this. Like fractions of a charge to just sit here and do nothing. And I just slowly rate the thing back up. Okay. Now that I'm done playing. I really didn't need to do that, but hey, whatever. I told you to put your jetpack on. It's wobbling. Let's go home. And the spacecraft proper is totally fine, just sitting on the engine directly on the nozzle, doing nothing. That's why it's easy in case you flip your lander on Minmus, you can ride it very easily. Whoa, no, no, no. I want to grab. And I want to board. Okay. Oh, that's a thing. That too. Here we'll go all the way up. No problem. Now, we want to get home. The heck's Kerbin? Kerbin's that way. So I can really just take off straight up. No, I'm facing the leading edge of Minmus. So I want to go into orbit, prograde, and then just shoot off that way. And that'll get me in orbit of Kerbin, free from Minmus. So yeah, I'm barely using engine power, and here we go. Turn towards 90. We'll blast ourselves out, and I pretty much hit escape velocity already. Well, not quite, but anyway. Yeah, see how much I used very little fuel. I'm gonna have fuel to spare. Because that's just how awesome Minmus is. And now I got my little capsule hinge with a flag. That's the issue with Minmus. It takes forever to do anything because you're so low to the ground. Atomics right now, please. Thank you. Forever. Yeah, if you screw up a Minmus landing, you either did something really, really badly, you weren't patient enough, and you time accelerated yourself to death. I've been there and done that. Or your design was defective from the start. Okay, so now I said we can just do a little more. It's fine. Okay. And now I can just do this. Now the issue I'm going to have is that the moon may decide to troll me as I'm getting back in, but the other issue is getting back without burning up. I don't have heat shields in the game. So this might take a while to get back, so I'm going to go for a 30-kilometer. To see if I skip back out, I'm going to slam into the moon. Now I want to do this. I want to do 30 kilometers. In fact, I might decide to do this. Whoa, that's really crazy. Alright, find control. Hit caps lock. I'll demonstrate. Alright, so you have caps lock turned on. Your indicators are blue. Now they're red. Blue means they're fine control mode. So I can gently nudge these a little bit and not worry about it. So, hey, let's just go for 28,000 and be done with it. And we'll see if that's deep enough. Oh yeah, I didn't get a materials bay while I was there. Well, we can get one here in below Minmus, I think. Oh, we're already high over Minmus. Yeah, sure, why not? This isn't a career mode or science mode. This is straight up stinking sandbox. I'm really not worried about taking the data back out. I was more interested in showing it off so people would realize kind of what you get. So, okay, let's not kill ourselves now. Thank you. Time acceleration when you slam an atmosphere will mess you up. So I'm trying not to do that. So let's go ahead and get ourselves oriented to go into a retrograde attitude. We're gonna slam an atmosphere pretty fast. Look how fast we're going. So if I have plenty of engine power, fuel left, so when I get to near my periapsis, I will burn for all I'm worth. Oh no, hey! Dude, what are the odds? I might actually get pretty close to KSC with that. Sweet. I'm horrible at getting back to KSC from these long distances. Speed up. Okay, so there goes all that. So burn now, burn. I gotta get home. This will actually keep me alive. Because I'm just going to, yep, here we go. This will slow me way the heck down. Yeah, I'm already suborbital velocity now. This means my reentry will not be nearly as hectic as it would be normally. Yay! Alright, so ditch you. And now comes the atmospheric interface part. Oh, what the heck? My capsule has less drag than the rest of this junk. Okay, there we go. I'm making less drag than the spacecraft itself. My service module. Oh gosh, mountains. Please, I don't want to interface a mountain today. I don't have a choice in the matter, do I? Oh, maybe I'll skip out over them. Barely. Deploy shoot now. Wow, I forgot the demo was very... Oh, all my stuff broke. Hey, Bit survived. Sweet. Anything cool? Wait, what are you? Oh, there's the solar panel bits. Okay. The panels broke off and just the core bit of the booster or the panel survived. To fly down the hill. Alright, now the chute's fully deployed. Okay, more kaboom. I really do not like mountain landings because they have a habit of killing me. So if I'm really lucky... Whoa. I didn't mean to do that. I think right before I land, I'll have Jebediah jump. Well, like right when I land, I'll have Jebediah jump out. And I'll have stability control turned on just in case that keeps the capsule from sliding down the hill. Because they can always rescue him off the mountain, minus the capsule. Where the heck is the ground? Oh, perfect. Yay! It's not sliding down the hill. Perfect! So that's getting back from Minmus. As always, I hate mountains, I really do. Roll me. So that was that. That was getting to and from Minmus in the demo 1.0. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all on the webs later. Have a good flight.